Hello, bio students. Today we're going to talk about cells. Cells may sound familiar, and it should. The bulk of what you are expected to know about cells you've already learned in middle school, or at least you were supposed to. Whether or not you remember or whether or not your teacher got to it in middle school, we're going to fill that gap today. In 10th grade, we're going to build upon the concepts you're supposed to already know. Before we begin building, though, we need to make sure we have a strong foundation, and we want to make sure we have a level playing field, that everybody knows the same stuff before we move on. So today is dedicated to reviewing those materials and concepts that you were supposed to already learn. Today, our goals, by the end of the lesson, I would hope that you could tell me about how all cells originate, whether or not there are different types of cells, some of the organelles that are found in cells, and what they do, their function. I would hope that by the very end, I'm going to ask you to apply your understanding of cells to real life, to diseases that we see around the world that are major issues. Now, as you're going through your review, I would like for you to create something that you can use as notes to study with. So you'll see on Schoology, you have a link to the graphic organizer. This graphic organizer will help make sure that you are capturing key information that you need to gather as you go through this activity. So the headings go along with the activities. As you go through, you'll complete the graphic organizer and then be able to use this to study with. You'll notice throughout the slide deck here, I have various resources for you to gather information. You don't need me to tell you everything. You guys are fully capable of gathering information without me being the one telling you all the answers. So throughout this slide deck, like I said, there are various videos from different resources. Even here in this slide, I was unable to find a great resource for you, so I created an audio file. So you'll notice when you click the picture, it will explain to you what you need to know, and you'll write down information from that. When you are finished going through all of these resources, you'll then be asked to apply. So in your graphic organizer, when you have finished going through all the activities in here, some practice questions as well, when you get to is learning about cells important, I would like you to restart the video. So at this time, I would like you to pause this and then start again when you have finished filling out all your information. Welcome back. I assume if you're still playing this that you have already filled in all your information on the graphic organizer and you are now here at the application and synthesize area. So what we're going to do here is ask you to apply your understanding to a real life scenario. Why should you have to learn about cells in real life? Does it even really matter? Why do you have to learn this? All of those questions that you might have. Is it important to understand cells? So we're going to find out. What I have for you here are 4 readings about different diseases that are real life problems in the world today. People are dying every day of these different diseases. Our question is there a link at all between the stuff that we learn about cells and these diseases? Would it be helpful to understand about cells so that we can understand these diseases? I don't know. It's for you to find out. You do not need to read all of these choices. You can pick 2 that you would like to learn more about. Maybe 2 you've never heard of. Maybe 1 you've heard of. Maybe you know someone that has had one of these. Regardless, at the end of the day, you may pick which 2 you would like to do. As you look at these resources, I would like you to capture some information for our classroom discussion. So the 2 diseases, obviously you'll put here where it says disease, capture some general information so that you can inform your other classmates that maybe didn't choose those diseases. And then most importantly, how does this disease affect cells? I want you to tell me, does this disease even have anything to do with cells? In your reading, does it talk about this disease impacting any different kinds of cells that you've learned about? And if so, how does it affect those cells? And I would expect that you should be prepared to discuss that tomorrow in class. Thank you for your attention. Good luck on the assignment, and as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to send me a message through Schoology. See you tomorrow.